Okay, check it out, people. I got full autopilot, and how do I know I have full autopilot? You see the blue lines? If those are on, you're in autopilot. And so how do you get in autopilot? So you have this little stalk right here, and you just hit it down twice. You get into the lane you want to be in, the speed, twice, bang, locks it in. So it's locked in at 55 miles an hour. Now if I want, I just touch this right wheel and I turn it up one, and it goes up to 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Now if you flick it, it goes up 5 at a time. And the same thing in reverse. But anyway, there's traffic in front of me, and that's why the car's only going at 60. And I have my max, even if I have my max set to 70, I'll keep up with the traffic in front of me. So that's kind of how autopilot works, and that comes with every Tesla. But the thing is, you have to keep your hand on the wheel. After about 30 seconds, it beeps at you. It wants you to touch the wheel. But I'm like, what happened if I could fake it? So I grabbed a bottle of water, full, 16 ounces. I put it in the steering wheel. And I'm like, that'll work. But it doesn't work. The car knows. So I have a second bottle of water, but it only has a little bit of water in it, like a third, and I kind of stuff it in there like that. I know it's cheesy, but it works. And here I am cruising, and I will drive for an hour. The thing will not beep. It might beep, but it's rare for it to tell me to put my hands on the wheel. So it's like these two bottles are kind of going against each other, fighting each other. And it's just enough to kind of throw Tesla's, computer off. And I get full self-driving. It doesn't change lanes, but I can jump in a lane and I can just sit back and relax. I highly recommend you always have your hands ready to go. This is not something where you want to close your eyes and take a nap. That'd be crazy. Even if you had real full self-driving, which is $12,000, by the way. I spent $2.10. So, but anywho, so that's kind of how I do it. And it works really well. Like, I mean, sit back, relax. I really pay attention. I listen to the music. I listen to podcasts. It really is nice. And like I said, we're going 55, 60 right now because in New England, I'm in just out south of Boston. It's a rainy, foggy night. Automatic headlights, automatic wipers, and headlights always come on. They're automatic, but headlights will come on automatically if you are in autopilot. So that's something to remember. But anyway, you see we're going around this corner right here, and it's a pretty serious corner going down the highway. I mean, I've gone through the corner at 70 miles an hour, and the car drives through it perfectly. And I am perfectly centered in the middle of the road. I mean, I'm just cruising along, just enjoying it. So the one thing I do like about just putting autopilot on and jumping in a lane and just cruising along is I can relax. I don't have to worry about traffic in front of me, beside me, behind me. I set my speed and I just cruise along. And if I'm going really slow, it's because the people in front of me are going really slow. So, but I usually set it, 10 miles over the speed limit, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. And when I stay in this lane, I just cruise like the tortoise in the hare. I'm just cruising along like the tortoise, and I see people weaving in and out of traffic. Fast lane, slow lane, back and forth, and then you roll up to a light and you're right beside the person. So this person put all this incredible amount of anxiety and stress, in their bodies driving, and putting everybody at risk too when you're weaving in and out of lanes. And that's just not good for anybody. If everybody was on autopilot, everybody would be locked in. Everybody be driving closer together. You can see the huge gaps between cars. Everybody drives a different speed. If everybody's on autopilot, everybody's just going to cruise together. We're all going to be one. How many times have you been at a red light and you're 10 cars back the light turns green, you don't move for like 20 seconds. Because it takes every person, like, their brain has to process, oh, I gotta go. And then they give it the gas, and the person behind them goes, oh, they went, now I gotta go. And before you know it, you don't even move, and the light's red again. If everybody was linked together, we would all move together like a train. So, okay, so right here, I need to get over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my blinker on, and you'll hear a beep. There it is. And that means I can go over with autopilot. And I still have autopilot on. Well, the speed is on, the cruise control is on, but actually autopilot's not on. And then I just oops. Ooh, I'm a freaking, see, you never want to do this. All right, let's get through the corner first. This is a kind of a tricky corner. And we are, I got my hand on the wheel here. I'd rather be safe. All right, here we are. We're gonna jump out onto the road right now. And the nice thing, the horsepower in this thing is like unbelievable. All right, so here we are. Okay, so let's put autopilot back on. And it's the right stock here. This is the 2021 Model S, by the way. In double hit, bang, bang. And we're locked in. And you can see the blue line right there. Those two blue lines. And here we are. So the little water bottle trick works really well at night. During the day, I can go for about maybe 15 minutes and then it might beep at me. Just because I think the camera up there can see that my hand's on it or something. I'm thinking that's what it is, because at night it hardly ever beeps at me. It's rare. But to go 15 minutes without having to touch the wheel is a beautiful thing. So what else do we got going on here? Oh, we got a little photograph by Def Leppard playing right now. It's a classic British. Hello, jolly day. But we are driving down 95, and if you're from Boston, that would be 95/128/Route 1/ the Lower Expressway / Interstate towards Rhode Island. So just remember that road. That's all you gotta remember. Just what I just said. So anyway, here we go, cruising along. All right, so this is something else that's pretty cool. This right here, the right button again, you can adjust how far you want to be back from the vehicle in front of you. So with my cruise control, if I get closer to this person in front of me, the car will automatically slow down or speed up to keep pace with the car in front of me. So you can adjust that, and 2 is the closest you can go. So if I hit this, I'm hitting this button, the right button on the right, on the steering wheel, and it's at 2. And this is how close I am. But, as you can see on the screen, I go all the way to 7, and I have this stupid thing drives me crazy. So I'm at 7 right there. That means I'm 7 car lengths back, maybe? I don't even know what it means. But as you can see. And during the day, on a nice clean day, I'm always at 2, which is still a bunch of car lengths back. It's not even close. It's not 2 car lengths back. It's like you are far back where the car can stop on its own. But I usually drive it like a 2 or a 3 on a really nice day if I'm not in a rush. But at night, and especially at night, and when the weather's a little iffy, I usually I put it like on a 5. And that keeps me comfortably back. The only downside is there's a big gap there, and people will pull in front of you and cut in front of you. And I think a lot of truck drivers know that most people in Teslas are on autopilot, and they know all they have to do is just go into your lane, and your car will slow down. The Tesla will always give way, and which I think is pretty cool. And I think people are starting to learn that. Just cut in front of a Tesla, and they're going to slow down on their own, only if they're on autopilot. So, but here we go. We still haven't touched the steering wheel. Just cruising along here. Home of the New England Patriots. I think they won a Super Bowl recently, or like over the last few years. I don't know. Maybe it was the Red Sox I'm thinking of it. Maybe the Bruins. No, I use the Celtics. That was a championship. Yeah. So we're driving by Foxborough, Massachusetts, home of the Patriots. To my right through those trees, about 3 miles, and then take a left at the bank of elevators, and then loop back. You'll see the Gillette Stadium, and it's pretty cool. A lot of concerts and sports events. But what's his name? Billy Joel was there last night in the rain, in Stevie Nicks, and pretty cool. I live one town away from Foxborough. I cannot hear the music when there are concerts. I wish I could, but when they do the flyovers for football games and special events, the jets fly right over my house, which is really cool. And they feel like they're like a couple hundred feet over my house. So I got that going for me, which is nice. But here we are, still 2 bottles right there. Yep, I know. It's like a white trash, full self-driving, but it works. And you can buy little mechanisms, like a little weight I saw, but the thing's like $20, and I'm like, I don't know. But again, I don't recommend you do this. I'm just saying it can be done. And if you are doing it, your hand should just be ready to go. Your hand should always be on the wheel anyway, even if you're in full self-driving, just because something can happen. And I don't know if the car can react. Nobody really knows yet. I'm sure Tesla knows, but the people don't know. But that's just a backup. But it really does help the driving. These long drives. Here I am, 45 minutes in the rain. It's drizzly out. It's foggy. It's kind of weird driving in these conditions. But all right, I'm gonna let you go. Peace out, people. I used to be called Johnny Land Rover back in 1999 when the internet became a thing. I needed a screen name for eBay because I wanted to buy some stuff on eBay back in ¡99, and I just bought a Land Rover, and the joke was they called me Johnny Land Rover, and that's where the name comes from. So it's on Instagram. If you look up Johnny Land Rover, you'll see it. Johnny with a J, 2 N's, and there's a Y and another. But now that I got the Tesla, which I love. All right, wait, folks. We're going through a little construction zone. We got some solid lines here. I'm not touching anything. It is scary, but I do put my hand on the steering wheel just in case, because why take a chance? But see that it actually went through that. So we're doing 60 miles an hour in the rain, and we went through that kind of a little slalom there, a little bit of slalom, I guess you'd call that. And it did a great job. And I'm plenty back from the car in front of me, and here we are back up to 70 miles an hour, and this is how far I am from the car in front of me, which you can see is such a safe distance. Everybody should drive like this. But if everybody drove like this and everybody was on autopilot, the highways would be so smooth. It'd be so perfect. I just wish everybody would link together all the cars on the road. Everybody has a sensor, like a Bluetooth. You can lock into a bunch of cars, or you don't have to use it, or you can. Cars could drive together, like a dozen cars could all be linked together. You can get off your exit anytime. You can relink to another group of cars. I don't know. And you'd be safe, because if the first car hit their brakes, you'd all slow down at the exact same time. I don't know. I think they can do it. I know they have the technology, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to let you go. Heading home. It's Sunday night. Going to watch Big Brother, and then maybe a Sisters marathon. Yay, can't wait. Love The Notebook. Peace out.